on here? 50 Shades of up. I mean 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Grey is a fan fiction based off of all the romance novel Twilight. You know, honestly, I heard about the reviews before I even saw this movie in the first place, and I was really hoping that all the critics were wrong, but honestly, every single time a critic has said it is actually because every time I went to review, or even when I first saw this movie, I couldn't be more disappointed than I am right now. It was like remembering when Donald Trump won the election. It's that bad. I saw this movie by myself, which I found it illegally on the internet because I didn't want to pay to watch this. I saw half of it because the streaming service went down, and I saw it, and I didn't even get a boner. Like, I was just watching this, I'm thinking, what the f is going on? You have an uninteresting character, Anastasia Steele. She has no motivation whatsoever besides like getting this job that she works for Christian Grey, and then Christian Grey creepily tries to get her go out to dinner, get to know her, while Anna's just trying to get a scoop or trying to get an interview. But this guy, he's like Edward from Twilight times 100. I can't stand hearing him. Like, every time there was a cheesy line, I literally wanted to shove my balls up my body and just become a woman and see why it would turn me on. I really wanted to know why. Every single time I would hear Christian say, "I don't make love, I don't know any girl in my life that would actually be turned on by that. I think every girl that I know would probably just run the away and call the cops. I don't know where this idea for the script came from, but like Anastasia Steele was so like intrigued by it. It's just a relationship that you don't invest yourself into. Like, there's a guy that Anastasia was friends with. She obviously knows that the guy has a crush on him, and the guy makes it obvious that like, I like you and I don't want you to be with Christian because I know he's a bad guy for you. He's like Jacob from Twilight, honestly. He's the Jacob that never got anything, and he doesn't have werewolf balls. Like, that's the only difference from this shit. And like, I would watch this like romance continue, and I would see like how toxic Christian Grey is. Not just the relationship, but as a person. It reminds me of a cult. During the relationship, they used to like have certain scenes where she would wake up and he would leave notes. Eat this and drink that. And he would have contracts. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to say this. You're only allowed to text me this. You're only allowed to say this at this time. It feels like a cult. And she falls for it. And which boggles my mind even more is that like, girls on Twitter would want to say, I want a guy like this. You need a f***ing prison asylum if you want a guy like that. What the f*** is wrong with you? When I watched this movie and I was like watching certain sex scenes, it didn't even turn me on. Like, I was just like watching this, I'm kind of like, this looks so uncoordinated, so unpassionate. It's not even sexy. Like, I learned like later on after I watched the movie that like apparently the actors hate each other like offset. It made a lot of sense because the chemistry was not there. The energy was not there. The enthusiasm was not there. Like, Anastasia Steele, I forget the actress's name, but she clearly did not want to be touched by this guy. And the guy did not want to like even do anything to her. Like, it was so obvious and so clear, but like I would hear like so many different moans that it was so fake. It was like watching porn, but without me getting a boner and without me just like enjoying the damn thing. This was meant to be like a movie version of porn so people can make out and probably have more sex in theaters because that's what's happening nowadays. But like, I would watch it and I would have so many critiques about it. The one thing I would change the most, like, I would change the actors completely. I would cast Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith for this movie. I would love to see how the chemistry would be so much better with just them. But overall, I did not enjoy this movie, and the other versions of this movie, 50 Shades Darker, and there's another one gonna come out, 50 Shades Freed. I'm not watching 50 Shades Freed. I watched 50 Shades Darker. Not doing a review on that because that pissed me off even more. But I want to know what your point of view is. Did you like the movie? Did you not like the movie? Do you agree with me, or do you think I'm completely wrong? Let me know down below, and let me know on my social media. All my social medias will be linked in the description down below. I'm gonna do a lot more movie reviews coming on. But yeah, this has been my review. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.